Right. Rafik, why are you tired?
What?
Why are you tired?
Yeah, I just tired.
It's July. This is
What?
usually it's July. It's July. Usually we're like
Yeah,
we're busy.
I think if you are is not like the what's called is go around and everything is not busy, will be a little bit tired, right?
We need to get out
So
there. We need to get out there.
yes, yeah, same like if for example, just you know me, right? I'm not always in front of a laptop.
Right.
On July, I always going around, and then I think that's make like my mood is down, right? But it's okay.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's begin then. So shall we?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I will be the chair, and Om Rafiq will be the secretary. Thank you, Om Rafiq. And I will start from my card first. Oh, here's Sandy coming. So I'll start from my CMD 1.3. So this is basically CSC Ultimate Service with things about the deployment only. And I kind of focus on my card and also Tandy's card, the CMD 1.3 and 1.2. I think we're kind of doing the same pivot here. So maybe I will need to have a clarification from Tandy later. So the update here from my side that we already got CSC, three more. We got Amazon, Pondok Juli, and Kupumusari that already checked by Om Rafiq. And I also need Kak Tandy to send me the previous video when it's ready, or to send me on the raw video. It's all good because it's already from yesterday about that. Kak Tandy want to send me, but haven't sent me yet. So I think later Kak Tandy will send me. And also here, guys, where's I think I'm making a new checklist here. Maybe if you want to. Oh, wait, I lost the checklist. Oh no, Rafiq, I'm all good. No need to have a sub discussion with uh Tandy as well. So basically I made a checklist, but I lost it somewhere. Oh, it's now on Cat Tandy card. I see it. If you Oh no. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm lost checklist. So let me share my screen for a while, yeah. So let me stop it and share. So here's the checklist that I made. I think is it on Beijing suggestion to make it more easy to see, easy to check, and like this. So basically, I write the region as well. So you can if you want to open the region one only, region two only, kind of like that. And this is the new kind of checklist that used for the CSC for now. Okay, thank you all. Thank you as well for Jing to give me the suggestion on that checklist. Oh yeah, I will edit later, yeah. Here, we'll back to the Trello again. Okay, do you have any question, Tim, about that initiative one? Okay, I'll skip it. I'm on CSC borrowing the community voices here. This is project between me and Rizal. So the day one result that our result already posted on our Facebook ads. And the second update is that we got two reads, one about the PV service and one about the reservation. And here's the thing that I try to concern, because we want this video our reach our community, not really we're not pointing to the guests but the community. I think this is going to be more concern about this program, so we can targeting the right audience about this video, because just seeing from the first day result, we got one about review service and one about reservation. So we should be got the reach is from the community owner. I think, and that's all the update from me. I believe Jing is writing something. I'll just skip it first. Oh, it's already there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think it's from Rizal, sir. Maybe I'll attach, yes, sir. I'll attach the screenshot there. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you. I will continue to the CSC based inquiry. So basically about this, I delegate this invitation to Kak Tendi and Rian. I already text them yesterday that the region one that we handle by Rian is Idaman, Tortoise, and Megalan. And I also give Rian notification to follow up the PSL about and also Shanti about this program because we've been doing it on the first row of this program. And the region 2, I delegate Kak Tendi to invite Kencana, Bele Isle, and also Wiska for joining this program. I think it's a good time in July to start this program on Wiska and Bele Isle. I don't know. Yeah,
Well, I'll.
Isle. Sorry. Thank you. I think that's all. I already notify both Kak Tendi and Rian about this. So, do you have any comment or just continue? Okay, I'll continue here. So now I'm on CMG 1.1.3 CSC community link on Facebook. So I already collecting the next video. So the next video is the update is already got 4 cleaning video and 3 cleaning photo and 0 on owner introduced. So I need that I need all I think 3 things that I need. I read it there. I need still 1 more cleaning video and 3 other introduced to let us know who's doing this, who's doing that, who's doing this. So let the community know the name, know the property, and many others. So that's basically about the community link on Facebook. I think that's all the update from me. I see some comment here. Okay, from Om Rafiq. Okay, I'm now moving to Kak Tendi. Kak Tendi, this is CMG 1.2 alternate service with CSC program. Is it the same pivot that I do actually, Kak Tendi, with CMG 1.3? This is only about the deployment or how? How will you work with this this pivot?
Okay, thank you, Andre. Yeah, I had read the card as well. Actually, this is that Jing met yesterday, right? So actually, this is more to the like a pass to CSC every week, like a two properties, and then we spread out the result on the Facebook, and the ads. But I also see like in your card that's already there as well the video. So maybe I think this is like the merge, like the spread of the video and then the deployment and then the what's called the best inquiry as well. So I think this is like the merge of that. So I think on your card it's more like you try a new method to spread out the what's called the CSC program, and this is like how we on this card how we go ahead with the new idea that you make it or you try to find.
Okay, so this is about the deployment, yeah, Kak Tendi. So it's basically same with my top initiative. So maybe I can go ahead and delete that and continue to discard with you, like that, Kak Tendi. Okay, since if you check the intended outcome, it's almost the same. So maybe I can also work with you rather than doing my own.
Okay, yeah, basically, you can also go ahead with your card if there's any friction that you find on your method, for example, like in the deployment, then maybe you can have another pivoting for the new method, and then we can like a what's called we can take the good method or the working method on this card, but if there's like some method is not working, so we are starting to the new pivot. So this card is about the what's called the vision, and then you're working on the mission like that. So you can still just go ahead on the deployment, and then I will go ahead for this card to merge all.
So basically, my card is almost like you, Kak Tendi. It's maybe we'll have a sub discussion with that. Okay, then you will have a sub discussion with that. Rafiq, would you like to write down there that me and Tendi will have a sub discussion about this? Maybe right after this meeting, like that. Kak Tendi, I saw that there's some update here that I will read it for you. Today's schedule for checklist to make sure all property in the list are invited, and also to invite 10 property owners with region 4 with Cynthia. Okay, I believe, and also Cynthia already text me and also asked me to start with Nusa Penida. So I will start with, I forget who's that, but there is a two property, the box will have a CSC meeting with me, but I haven't scheduled yet, but I have contact the owner. So thank you. I will on PV Ultimate Service, bigger training and futures, Kak Andy. Please your update.
Okay, thank you, Andre. So actually for the bigger training and the just check-in, so I will now move to the focusing on the squad four, and then because I saw there is also some booking it start on the Nusa Penida as well. So I think this is like we need to move fast to the region 4, so they at least they got all the introduction about the bigger, and then we will see like what is the friction when they opening the bigger or something. Is there like the signal there or something? So yeah, while we doing the training, we will ask like the feedback from them, like what is the friction, and then what we can help them like that.
Okay, noted, Kak Andy. So I'm on your next card. This is digitized, also deployment about digitized check-in. Do you have any update on that?
Yeah, that what I said before. So I will focusing on the squad four, and then every day I will send five invitation to the squad for property. So hopefully at least one or two get back to me or to Cynthia for the asking for the training.
Okay, noted. Tandy. Thank you. Yeah, let us know what's on the next update about this. And we also need, maybe, do you need help from Cynthia or you will work on Yusamunida?
I will ask Cynthia for invite me on the group on the squad four on the group WhatsApp. So I can working with Cynthia as well for that. So at least Cynthia if day off or something, so I still can follow up on the group.
Okay, noted. Thank you, Kak Tandy. I'm now moving to the Omrafik card. I'll keep the CRM. I believe the update will be not today. Now I'm on setting on hospitality standard, Omrafik. Please, your update.
Yeah, thank you. So I want to thank you with Lilis exactly for, and also Tandy for this one, because this one is a long term project. So, and also Lilis, tell me one thing. So if you have an initiative, you must know what is the KPI on. That is the must. What you want to what is called, what do you want to reach? That is the most important. That's why from all the my card, I will try from this week to make the new KPI for that one for all. So after you find a new KPI, after done you can make a new report. That is really suggest to me, and that is I just okay. I just learned from her. So this is good. So I'll make new KPI for this what is called card. So MPP. So if already done for that one. So if you have a, for example, this is about the cleanliness and also the hospitality standard that we deploy to the partner. For 1 month, if no bad reviews and everything is done. But if we have a bad review again, that is a pivot card. That is Lily's teaching me. So I want to recognize Lily's about this one. So I don't have a time to write down. So I will mention it today. So thank you for that one. So I'm still working on this one. So I will update on maybe next week for this one. And thank you. That's from this card. And next for the, can I continue to the,
Wait, Omrafik, I want to ask something about
yes.
the MVP that you do. Is it already did, or you start, you just,
No, 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 no.
or
It's
you have?
still it's on progress. All.
Okay, okay, noted.
Yeah.
Okay, see you there. Thank you, Omrafik.
Yes.
Now I'm continue about on your the
Yeah. This one I already get. Thank you, Jing, for the advice for the professional networking. So this one is all the hospitality expert. So I got response from Iskandar Jet is Samsung. I'm not sure the hospitality expert of Samsung. So He just said, okay, we talk about hospitality and community, and then I send the Kandanli of Bukit Vista, and just today, and not replay yet. So I will keep in touch on this with this what's called speaker.
Okay,
Yeah.
noted. Thank you, Om Rafiq. Now I'm on. Oh, I see that there's a pop-up template on your list there. Do you want to make any new initiative or something, Om Rafiq?
Which
No.
one? No.
On the bottom of your list, I see that there's a template, blank template there.
Oh, that is from Jing to learn how to uh, doing the professional networking.
I'll take that down then. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Rafiq, I will skip your HRG 1.1 because there's no update there. I'm on Rian card now. I will open the HRG 1.0 Learning Community Management from Worldcast CM. So. Oh, the update. Oh, there's lots of update here. Oh. I think I'm going to read the the list that we already got on outreach scheduling that we have now scheduling with Ashley Gilman Williams. That's the first one that I see. Scheduling also with Erin Murphy. And is it already you make the invitation, sir, about that one on Rian card?
Oh, Rian's card. Okay, let me check a look at that one. So this is G1.0.
On the learning community. I saw that there's an out scheduling there. Did we already make a schedule of that?
I
When
don't know. This is all Rian. So
oh, this is Rian.
I'm not too
Okay, maybe Mr. Secretary, you can mention Rian to let us know when will it be happen about the learning community management. So I see Mas Bayu here. So welcome, Mas Bayu. Just come. So do you have anything that you want to say, Mas Bayu, or on the discussion or something about the initiative?
Actually, no. I'm going to confirm this project actually. So Rafik have one card in product development. So I just want to make sure that this is known in community management. Okay, so let's see. Okay,
The
so
CRM are you?
yeah. Okay, so currently we are doing this. Basically, what I want to confirm is the okay. So the functionality that we need is we need to have owner profiles and info, and then activity for each chapter, which is okay. So for, owner profile and information is available on Trello right now, but the log activity with chapter label basically. We want to know what is the last time communication about revenue management and that other thing. This is not a case management but updates regarding the partners, and then delegation flow, ticketing flow. This is we remove this, so we're not going to integrate this in the CRM because this is not CRM. We will integrate that in the case manager instead, and then the owner engagement with bigger. That is a metric basically showing when is the last time owner user bigger and for what, and then the owner communication within bigger. Okay, so this one is uh, also will be removed in the next project for case management. So basically there are only three functionalities of a CRM that we're going to use. Is that right?
Yes, by you.
Okay. Yeah, because what we are doing is we are comparing this with the existing CRM product that
Yeah.
we can just use like Zendesk and other things. So if we are going to only need this three feature, we can develop it ourselves. But if we need more advanced feature, then probably we need to buy. So 3 feature is fine, yeah.
Yes, Bayu. Your sound is echoing. Suaramu echoing.
Wait.
Unmute.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I'm just asking that we only need 3 features on this CRM.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it from me, Andre. Back to you.
Thank you, Bayu.
Thank you, Bayu. Mas Bayu, I saw that this is just the personal feedback that you give for Om Rafiq. So maybe later you can do it sub discussion with Om Rafiq to have that kind of feedback to Om Rafiq. Yes, Jing.
Bayu, thank you for coming, actually. I would actually ask Bayu to stay to help with the discussion topic I want to have today is about project management and also visual communication and sort of tracking progress. Bayu, I think, actually, to speak frankly, I think Bayu is actually an expert project manager at Bukit Vista. Very rarely does Bayu need, I think, to be guided on any of his projects. He's, I think, naturally aware. So I want Bayu to stay and share some of his feedback for some of the things that I'm seeing that we can do better in order to make our project management skills more refined. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
also responding to Andre before.
Yeah.
Basically, it would be better if we're not, especially like this is not only for Om Rafiq, but this is for everyone in community manager. Why? Because I think we need to stop thinking uh, bi-directional communication. Just 2% basically. If I'm talking with Om Rafiq, then the other person will not understand the progress. So why? Because we are building a product, and the client of the product here is a community manager. I need to make sure that this is not Rafiq's product, and not only Rafiq will use it, but everyone in the community manager. So that is part of the user acquisition strategy. So yeah, basically, if this project is not approved in the community management itself, so it means there's not enough user. So we will not continue developing this. So yeah, so I guess you guys already discussed about this, and everyone in the community management group already agreed to use this feature. Yeah.
Yes, Bayu.
Okay, that's it from me.
Okay, I think you're doing a good job, Kak Bayu. Thank you for that. I will stop this Trello and moving to the discussion management. Discussion management initiative. Oop, oop. I see that there's update from Jing here. Yep. I also noticed this one, sir. This is, I believe, from Kak Andy, right? So, okay, I will open the discussion first. So basically, when I'm asking Kak Andy, I'm also wanting to help to tidy up the evidence there because there's tons of evidence he attached there. Basically, because I also already attached the paper in one paper, so you from that one paper you can also check that paper. But I'm offering to you, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll offer over to Tendi actually first. Tendi, I found this on your card. Tendi, do you see anything that could be improved on this particular card or this particular notation? I'll ask Andre, whoever has the screen, to zoom in.
Yes, sir. Zoom in.
Would you be able to click on it, whoever has
Yes.
access to the screen, so we can take a closer look at it?
Oh, the checklist, sir. I think.
Okay. All right. Two things about the checklist. Let's go over to Rafik real quick. Oh, once again, hey, look, I don't want anyone to feel like they're personally being accused or whatever, right? We're all learning together. This is meant to be a place where we give constructive feedback, okay? So we're doing this so that we can all get better at project management, okay? So let's put feelings aside and just analyze what is the case here. Rafik, Tendi said something about the checklist. What do you notice here that could be improved?
So far, no idea, sir.
Okay, let's go over to well, we have Bayu. Okay, Bayu. What do you notice could be improved?
KPI.
Well, that's good actually too. That's good. That's a good point. Okay, all right. That's outside the scope. Okay, that brings up three things then.
What is that? Sorry, I can't
KPIs.
hear.
KPIs. There's no KPIs for this. Yeah.
KPI
Uh,
in the evidence.
there are sort of. This is a progress report by you.
Where's KPI?
Okay, let's go over to Tendi. Tendi, say again.
Yeah, I think notice the format, sir, the format of the link, and then because it's not consistent,
Okay.
and then yeah, I think if KPI, I think it should be on the not on the evidence,
But in the
right? But how we will know, right?
intended outcome. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, and then it will come.
Really good, really good. All right, there's a second thing I want to bring up here. Yes, okay, so let me go ahead and just state how the formatting can be done. When you do something on, let's say, Trello, right? You want to create a link to whatever link you want to have. You create the title like this, okay? And then you put it in bracket, and then the link that you wanted to point to, you put in parentheses around it, right? So then let's say Bukit Vista website, okay? Bukit Vista website will then be a link, right? And if you click on that link, it will open up www.bukitvista.com. So this is the correct formatting to use. So this is a little bit the smaller sin of the two problems I see here, right? So formatting is correct. If Tendi had that format, then the new CSC checklist would not actually have the link below. It would just be automatically placed on the new CSC checklist. There's a second issue here, and I'll bring it up. It's because we have two checklists, right, on this evidence now. We have the old checklist.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the new checklist.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
because yeah. Why I put that because yeah, that's my plan today. Is I want to double check. That's the under back, and then so I will delete it after I recheck. So
Very
that's why I comment on the card. I will check.
Definitely put that
Make sure
it's in progress, right? And that it is maybe don't pay attention to this. Remember, you're doing this for yourself, but you're also doing it so that everybody in the company can also understand and help too. We want to get cross chapter support sometimes. So if somebody comes in and they're like, which checklist am I supposed to look at, right? Then that creates communication issues, right? So this idea of asynchronous, very, very good. Glad you caught yourself on that one, Tendi. Okay, excellent. So that is the two things, right? One, source of truth, and the formatting. You can use that to create better formatting. Okay, I'll go up again, actually, Mr. Chair, if I can go up to discuss about the top topic, which is about reporting progress, right? Okay, does anybody does anybody see anything funny about the way this progress is being reported?
I think Rian bring up the old update again, but he has mentioned before that he will not do it, but he's still doing it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Let me explain a little bit how this works. Right? Do you see that? That's a funnel. So that essentially every time you update it, what it should look like is that you just move names at the top down to the bottom. Right? Not that you keep on reposting the entire thing over and over again. That's not the way it works. The way it works is, let's say, for example, today I do outreach to 10 people. And then tomorrow, when I come back, I click on each LinkedIn link, right? Because it's all right there. I click on each LinkedIn link, and that allows me to see who has responded. For the people who've responded, I move their names down to response, okay? And then so on and so forth. I do this every day, and then that way, what I do is I reduce I improve my ability to follow up, but I also create clear visualization so that people can see where I'm at. So, for example, at Uber, I could see that Rian is getting a lot of outreach, but he's not converting a lot of people over into response yet. So the problem is probably his invitation letter, right? His invitation letter is not persuading people to actually want to give feedback. So I know, Rian, focus on your invitation letter with the people at Uber, and you probably will get better conversion, okay? This goes to project management and project updating. If we can see where the bottleneck is, we can help. But if we can't see where the bottleneck is, then it's just like, you're stuck, but so is everybody else. Nobody can help you. So, so two things on that one. show the reporting, but no need to report the same stack every single activity every time, right? That just actually makes it more confusing in a way. Okay, so that part I think is clear now. Yeah. If you've been doing that, please don't do that. Just keep one funnel, one thread, and just move them through to each day. Rafik, that goes to you too. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. The next topic. So this is all project reporting, and okay. Which brings me over to Rafik's card. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to understand this. So let's go over to Bayou. Bayou, is it clear reading this activity to you what exactly Rafik's doing? And is it okay? Let's ask Bayou. Let's just ask Bayou. Bayou, what is it that Rafik's trying to express here?
Uh, I'm not sure actually.
Okay, let's go over to Tendi. Tendi, what is it that Rafik's trying to express here?
Um, he make a new KPI, but I think it should be number like how many property, like maybe like 3 in Uluwatu or 2 Uluwatu to be to something,
Okay.
and then I think for the MVP it can be separate,
Okay. All right.
and then no bad review for a month. I think that's the second KPI,
Okay. All right.
but yeah,
All right.
I think the format, just the format.
Very good. Very good. Okay. I see you're struggling, right? All right. Let's go to Andre. Andre, what is it that Rafik's trying to express here?
That's why I'm asking Rafik when I open this card, because it's really I need time to understand this, but I understand that Rafik trying to have an MPP on each area. It's the Tanggu, he have Mivila and Rakai and the others like that, and also the second KPI is to make the KPI there's no bad reviews for a month.
Okay.
But yeah, the report the strategy of Rafik writing this, I think the things that we should be concerned.
Okay. Let's go over to Didi's place. Check in often. What does that mean to you, Andre?
Check in often. Because now this place, I think when I see this, I think because these places are having a check in for lately.
Okay, got it. And do you know if that means that CSC has been done or not, or what does it mean?
I think the difference is if there's a CSC there, Rafik will write like a Despacito like that. CSC done and often check in.
Okay, great. All right, so then Rafik, my question is, why are we not using the checklist that we developed yesterday?
Which one, sir? I didn't join the meeting.
Oh, bingo. Okay, Tendi, which one is the one that we're using now?
The new one,
Okay.
the new checklist.
Tendi, can you share that with Rafik so that we can see? Or maybe you can share your screen, Tendi. And
It's my card. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will share my screen.
or if Andre can share, or maybe it's faster, yeah? Or okay, Andre.
On the website support.goto.com, they say
What's that?
in the lower toolbar,
I don't
click
know, I
screen
triggered Google
share.
Home.
If
Hey
you
Google!
minimize the viewer,
Oh, I
click the
see.
screen share icon in the grab tab.
Hey Google!
Share.
Stop. Okay.
Okay, sir. I want to also ask something regarding about this. Yeah. Do you remember that VDR creating a folder in a Dropbox and still developing on that? Do you know about it?
No, I don't know about folders and Dropbox.
I think you just remember about it. VDR developing a Dropbox in a folder.
Oh yeah, you said yeah.
And there's a community folder there. So
Okay.
VDR currently developing that.
Okay.
And the list of a property is there. So
Okay.
that's why we haven't shared this to all community, because I don't know whether if I can invite the rest of community here or not.
Okay.
So because now we are also talking about this, I think we have to also invite the others community, right, to that folders.
Okay. Who else?
Also, it's still under development.
Okay, great. Who was sharing screen just before? That was great, by the way.
Andy.
Tendi, share screen again. Share again. That was great. So, Rafik, this is the new checklist that we have. And if Tendi could share again, then we could take a look and see the... Yeah. So this is the new checklist, right? It's easy to track. It's step by step. It's methodical. And the best thing is you can even put comments on each particular property, right? So you can highlight it, put comments on it. And the other thing is, let's say, okay, let me go to Tendi. Tendi, if you wanted to have, let's say we had 2 more interns on this team and you wanted to delegate it to them, what would be the fastest way to delegate it to them?
Sorry. The property that doesn't have infit not infit yet and on that. So I think we can like filter it, like sort it.
Yeah, you can create one more column, just put the person's name on it and say, hey, I delegate this to you, right? And it makes it really easy to work as a team and visualize as a team when the project is done. Okay, so when we work on project reporting, and maybe Bayu can back me up on this one too, or whatnot, it becomes easier if we have a common scoreboard. So that's just the first thing. We need to have one scoreboard where everybody looks at, so that we don't have all our separate scoreboards. It's confusing. It's hard to figure out what's being done. Then everybody knows what's being worked on, and perhaps also if we want to add another column, who's working on this particular property, then that makes it easy. I think it's actually simple because each region right now is by one person. But let's say, for example, Tendi gets an assistant. Then he can split up his work with his assistant. And this makes it so that you don't do the same thing and you don't need to go to 2 different places to find out what's going on and read 2 different formats. Okay? All right. So that's once again this about project reporting and just being able to see very clearly as, let's say, a leader, how what's done and what's not done yet. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Tendi. Excellent.
Thank you, Jing. Thank you, Jing.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah. Yes, sir. Over to Andre.
so basically, why I made that checklist. When I made that checklist, I want to know. I want to maybe. Oh, why do we open the Trello again? I'll stop it. So to let us know whether if we can delegate something or to giving comment on something, and also you see there is a people that responsible on each region. But my question is, do we still need to separate it into one paper for one region, or just doing or just by that?
Oh, okay. Do we need to separate one person per region? All right, one paper per region.
Mhm.
That is a good question. Let's go to Bayu actually for that. This is an abstract question, right? When is it better to centralize, and when is it better to make it more distributed? I'll turn to Bayu for first thoughts.
I think if because we are doing basically splitting work, I think it's better in one page, especially because this is same project, same work, but only different people working on it, right? So I think that would be good to see progress for each person, so we can spot immediately if there's like one particular part that is stuck. Like for example, we have 4 people, then everyone is working already like 50%, but there's one person that is still 0. It means that probably that the person is not committed enough, or maybe cannot finish this. So we can pivot from there. Like rather than waiting for the uncertainty, that we can just ping the person, hey, would you be able to finish this, or we should change to another person. I think that's because it's the same work. But if it's different field, like, or different project, yeah, sure, it should be in different paper. Like for example, the CSC versus the finance report project, for example. It's the same list, but it's different outcome.
Okay, very good. All right, Andre, I think Bayu answered it pretty well.
Yeah, it's
Does
all
anybody else have any other thoughts on that one? No? Tendi?
Yeah, I think I do agree with what Mas Bayu said. So we can focus. For example, we have the deployment card on the pivoting. So maybe if Andre want to focus on the region 3 or 4, so Andre can focus on the deployment on the region 3 and 4. So I can focus on the region 2 with Rafik and then Rian. So what do you think if is it possible like have just for deployment there's like a card for each person, or just one card? Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So for example, like I have a new pivot on my card on my board, like a deployment on region 2, like that, and then Andre deployment on region 3 and 4, or should we just like a one card for all?
Back over to Andre.
Kak Tandy, I think we can just do it at once like that. Yeah, like what Mas Bayu said. I think it's more clear and to let us, we don't have to open that and the other paper just to check the region. I just think about it, and I also agree with that Tandy and also Kak Bayu. So thank you for that short discussion.
Okay, great. And that goes over to your discussion that Andre and Chendi will have later, right?
Yes.
Yes.
About merging the cards. Okay.
Okay, sir. I will continue again with the discussion management here. So I think we still have time to discuss this actually, because we've been just talking about the writing the progress. So now over to you about the project management, about open loop and closed loop.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I have, Bayu might agree with me on this one here. This is everyone? Okay, wait. Let me illustrate. Right? Does everyone know the difference between open loop and closed loop? Okay. Okay, I see people shaking their heads. Open loop means you're doing something that has no feedback, right? So open loop, you're just doing something. This is what it is. Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right. This is system level thinking. Okay. So when we talk about a system, there's two kinds of systems. There's open systems where you're just doing something, right? And then there's closed systems where there's a feedback loop and it changes how you do that, right? So what we want is generally what type of system? Let's go to Rafik. Rafik, do we want closed loop systems or do we want open loop systems? Ooh,
Top question, yeah.
okay, all
So
right.
I think it's regarding from my side, it's only because I need a feedback as well. I will choose closed loop,
Okay.
right?
All right, interesting. Let's go over to Andre. Andre, what do you think?
I think closed loop feedback system, sir.
Okay, let's go to Tendi.
Yeah. From my side, it's depend on the watch project, and then for example, like the open feedback system, it's something that we want to deploy. For example, like a contract. So we have this contract, and then you have to agree or not. So
Yeah.
we will go ahead with this. And then for the close feedback is maybe more about the product. So or the program. So do you need to continue or not this program? Do you if you not commit on the program, okay, then we got not gonna go ahead with your property, but we will find another property that maybe, yeah. And then what we can improve on this program that you want to use, you join or use, like that for me.
Okay, let's go over to Bayu. Your thoughts?
I think for me, it's always better to have a closed loop feedback. So basically, open feedback is like non. We cannot fix problem based on the feedback, because the feedback is just it's not in the system. But if we process something and we have the feedback, we have the opportunity to fix the problem. So even like I don't know, Sandy's example with contract. I don't know what kind of contract, but I think if we are creating a contract and we have a feedback, like I'm offering someone to work at Bukit Vista, then I'm offering the contract, and then that person give me feedback like, oh, I don't think I can do this, or can we change the contract? Then we will change the contract, and then we go with the contract that we both want. Basically, the user want and we want, and then it's become a better contract rather than one way.
Okay. All right. Good feedback. Good feedback. See, we're taking it in now. Well, now we have a closed loop feedback system. We're listening to everybody. Okay. So everybody is actually. I want to emphasize the nuance I hear between Tendi and Bayu. I think everybody agrees closed loop is good, but I also see that certain things we have values, we have principles, we have standards. and we probably should not necessarily compromise those. Like, this is where we can get into tricky situations with an owner, right? Like, how much slack should we allow for an owner before we say, hey, look, this is not acceptable anymore. We need to cut this off. So a lot of that, let's say in contract, should be stated up front as much as possible. We're gonna like do this. This is not negotiable. I would urge that, let's say for most things, closed feedback is better. When you have an open process, at least decide how to limit your openness, right? Open feedback. So what is it that you will never compromise on? Like, you should never really compromise on core values. You should never really compromise on vision, right? We're not going to take this company and make it do something different from where the vision is. But I think for other things, like if we're not getting contract agreements with owners, let's see if it's in the open part or if it's in the part that we can close, right? If it's in the part we can close, let's say the terms or whatever, and, those are negotiable terms. And then we have open on non-negotiable terms. That part, we just don't, if it's not a fit, then it's not a fit, all right? So let's get that nuance. All right, great. Now that everyone understands this, let's go back and think. What community projects do we have right now that are open loop? Let's go over to Tendi.
The open loop. The open loop or the
Open feedback system. What
open
projects do
feedback?
we have right now that you would say, hey, this might be actually an open feedback system?
The bigger training.
Okay, great. So let's ask ourselves, what do we need in order to make that a closed feedback system then, Tendi?
What?
What do we need at the bigger training to make it a closed
Yeah.
feedback system?
What we need on the bigger training to make a close.
How do we close that feedback loop?
I don't know, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just thinking.
Terrific. Yes, Tendi has identified that bigger training is an open feedback loop, right? There's open feedback. We're not understanding. What do we need to do in order to make that closed feedback on your side, Rafik?
Closed loop, you mean?
Closed loop, yeah.
Yeah, feedback about the improvement on bigger, right?
Okay.
From owner to us.
Okay, that's an example. Yeah, the more feedback we get from the owners to us, that's closed feedback.
That is the closed loop, right?
Yes, kind of. But Tandy was saying the bigger training, not necessarily the bigger product, right? So bigger training. How do we close the feedback loop for bigger training? Not necessarily bigger as a product. Not sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Tandy's answer was kind of right. Okay, let's go over to Andre. Andre, what do you think?
I think from the part of training to gain a feedback is when during the presentation things, I think, sir, and then asking for the feedback
During the
It's
presentation.
when we do the training. We're trying.
Okay, good. Okay, you might then get training feedback, right? But you might not know if they're actually well using bigger, if they're actually competent at using bigger, right?
Oh, but
That's feedback for your training.
uh-huh.
But that might not be. Remember, the training is not the end goal. The end goal is
Yes.
to get them to use bigger, right? So yeah, that would be a feedback loop, but that would be a feedback loop that's really short, right? It's not a complete feedback loop. It's just a feedback about that stage of the process. But you want to get a full feedback loop to see if they are well trained on bigger. So let's go over next to Bayu. Bayu, what do you think we would need for bigger training to have a closed feedback loop? So Tendi right now, he goes, he trains people, he invites people, he trains people, and then that's it, right? So Bayu, your side.
Okay, I think to get feedback, basically, it's we need to see on the result that we want. So why do we want to train people to use bigger, right? So that we can split into small things. It could be like a check-in process or a revenue report or finance report. So we focus on one result that we want to achieve with that training. And then after doing the training, it's very the easiest part is we test whether the training is effective or not. So first one, after training, we make a test that is the user understand or not. And then the second one is to prove the test. So the user can be understanding the material that we train them, but probably they won't do it yet. So they know how to do it, but they don't want to do it. So we track the actual user, the actual usage of their training. Before training, they use once a month. After training, how many times the user will use that? Yeah, I think that's the two feedback, the most simplest feedback that we can get.
Okay, excellent. So that's it, gentlemen. We need tests, right? Just like this, HR produces a lot of training programs for new candidates that come in. But right now, these training programs are also open loop because we don't know, right? We don't have a test to see if the new candidates that are coming in, let's say Tendi is mentoring, I think Caroline, we don't know, right? There's no test. So as part of every good system, we need to have a test, right? We need to say, all right, this feedback is a test, and this indicates that this training has been done correctly, right? This is whatever. So part of the test is to pick your Tendi.
Feedback.
Yeah, pick your feedback, but you need to pick your. Let's see. Let's go to what are the numbers that we pick, and what are those numbers called that we need to put on the test?
The number call.
Andre, you're miking in. What do you think it is, Andre? Okay. Bye. Any thoughts?
No, skip.
Okay. They're your KPIs, no? Right? So the numbers you pick on the test is your KPI. So let's say, for example, Tendi does training, right? So how do we test if Tendi's training is doing the right thing? Well, let's say a KPI. The KPI is each user should be logging in to use Bigger 3 times a week if there are bookings, right? If there are guests coming in. But if they're not, then we need to think of a new test, right? We need to think of, okay, how many times have I needed to answer a question about Bigger this week, right? So maybe Tendi says, I've answered it 10 times. I'm going to try to get that down to 3 times or 2 times or 0 times, right? And then you can track that. So that becomes then a timeline track. So let me show you kind of like what that would look like too as well. So Wyana was coming to me and she was asking, hey, how do I track what's going on in business development? So I said, all right, this is what I would do. So we took a look at her, where is it? Okay, we took a look on her card and I proposed, why don't you just do this? Very simple. You do a spreadsheet and you do time. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then you just track how many deals do you get, right? How many deals are you getting? First week, second week, third week, fourth week, over time. If you're getting more deals, that must mean that you're growing. Whatever you're doing is good and you're on track. If you're getting less deals, that probably means that you're not so on track. So okay, well, I'll show you real quick where we came up with this idea. So KPIs. Once you have like a good KPI, things should get pretty easy. Okay, KPI dashboard. All right, so this is all it is. Having your KPIs is a test. That having your KPIs is that feedback loop to make your thing close loop. And Bayu, was this the reason why you emphasized that we needed KPIs? That we were working too much in open loop?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because yes, when we work without KPIs, we're working in open loop. We don't know if what we're doing is actually good, bad, 0, whatever, right? So it becomes very difficult to assess our progress. So let me show you what the KPI is. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. I don't think she got it entirely right. But, okay. So basically the way this looks is you track the date, you track how much has happened, and you eventually you get a graph. You get a graph on what date you were doing what. And, okay, so For example, right? This is one way of tracking. This is just a funnel tracking system. So how many proposals sent? How many owners got back? How many pitch meetings? How many converted? How many abandoned? If Andre takes a look at this right now, Andre, not even knowing anything about what Wyana does, right? What do you assume to be her biggest bottleneck right now?
That the owner haven't get back to BV.
Right. Okay. Let's go over to Tendi. Tendi, if we know what is the problem, how does that help us in the mission of leadership to fix the problem? We know then how to.
We know how to maybe recheck the contract,
Yeah.
what's wrong, and then maybe asking one partner,
Yeah.
and then yeah, what
We,
we need to do.
we can prioritize the proposal, right? Something is wrong in the proposal that makes it so that people don't want to get back. And that's easy to see, right? So that helps project manage and it gives us a KPI. And now we have full feedback. We have control, right? We don't wonder or not. Because imagine if we didn't have feedback, gentlemen, right? Imagine if we're not counting our feedback. Imagine Wyana's just sending out proposal after proposal after proposal all year long. Let's say she does this for a whole year, right? And she never checks the feedback on it. And she goes, okay, yeah, the proposals are fine. Everyone's getting proposals. But nobody ever got back. So she would not fix her proposal ever, right? And she would never ever see any success. So this is why it's important to track the feedback and develop good visualization systems to be able to read the feedback, and then comes understanding. Imagine if Wyana did this for a whole year, right? She did this for a year. Let's say she had 500 proposals sent. Did you actually make any impact, right? Should you have maybe thought a little bit harder about your proposal, perhaps? And the same thing happens to what we're doing right now in every other aspect of this company, right? So we need to have that feedback. And this is where your KPIs come in. Okay? Teddy.
Yeah, I think also I saw like this is good like for continuing to make a pivot or new KPI. For example, like maybe the first the KPI is 10 or 5 owner get back to BV. So how you get that KPI, that then you have to fix the previous process to get that goal. Then if the owner is already get back, then you can set new KPI for the pitch deck, like how many pitch decks. So it's kind of like pivoting and continuing.
Exactly. You got it, Tendi. So when we first set a goal, an intended outcome, or a KPI or whatever, KPI is just what you want to measure, right? That's all it is. It's the number that you're measuring. It's that feedback signal that's coming back. A goal is different. A goal is how much of that KPI do you want to get out of it, right? So one is the dimension. The other is how big that dimension is, right? But then, yes, when you see that your goals are not being reached, right, that means, maybe time to reset your pivot, have a different new hypothesis. And then that new hypothesis can get you closer to the real outcome. Or maybe you set your expectations wrong. Maybe you picked the wrong KPI to track, right? So let's say, for example, we're only tracking proposal set as our KPI, but it doesn't produce any revenue. So are we really growing? No, we're only growing the number of proposals we send, but we're not really growing any difference. This, gentleman, is also the difference between activity and results. Okay, so activity is the thing that you do, right? Results is the end outcome. And this can be confusing because I know some activities results is the input to the next stage, right? Like, for example, content, maybe their results are leads. And then business development, their results are deals. And then revenues result is deals to revenue, right? So it could be, yes, your activity is actually somebody else's result, but you need to be clear about what particular result you want to have. And make sure that you're not setting a spurious result, right? My result is to train 100 people. Okay, that's good, but the training is an intermediary activity to get to a final result, right? If HRs activity was just to train people, but we train people and they're useless to you, right? Like they don't know core values, they don't know how to find anything, they're lost, they take up 20 hours of your time. That's probably not a very meaningful result for a chapter. What could be a more meaningful result is I have shorter onboarding times and I have better quality candidates and they are a joy to work with because they're so easy, right? That would be a more meaningful result. Let's say if I'm HR and I'm serving this chapter. Okay? All right. So why I went through that, I'm hoping to clarify the differences between activity and result, between progress that people can see, being able to visualize progress so that you can prioritize correctly, and also understanding about the feedback, right? So that you get the correct feedback and you make the correct actions. Gentlemen, that's it.
Well, okay, thank you, sir, for the insight, and also from Mas Bayu here for letting us know which the best way that we can do in a community. So I think we don't have to go back to the Trello board. I already appoint the new chairperson will be Rian, and then he will be the next secretary. And the next thing up will be on Thursday. So now I think I will end this thing up. Thank you for joining, and thank you for having any discussion with us. See
Okay.
you guys.
All right. See you, Andrew.
Thank you.